like sit down or something. Got like a fucking 12 or something. Good morning, everybody. It is great to be back in Norfolk after a long deployment. The Eisenhower Carrier Strike Group is just getting back now. Ike just pulled in. Our cruiser San Jacinto just passed by. We have 3 more ships, Vela Gulf, James E. Williams, and Truxton, who are pulling in tomorrow. And it is great to be back in Norfolk and great to be back in the United States. We've been underway for a while. We've accomplished a lot while we've been gone. Together we've sailed 60,000 miles, flown thousands of hours. We've operated and exercised in the Atlantic and the Mediterranean and in the Middle East, conducted multiple operations, one of which, just as an example, is Operation Sentinel. Our presence and our patrols, both on the sea and in the air, have provided safe passage for the waterways through the Strait of Hormuz, the Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, and Gulf of Oman and the Arabian Gulf. Our ships have been on patrol and our aircraft have been flying there in order to be able to reduce tensions and provide safe passage under the international maritime security construct that we and many other nations are part of, so that our merchant ships can safely pass through there. So it's been a wonderful deployment. We've had great leadership that have kept us underway, kept us safe and healthy. I thank the Lord for all the providence that we've enjoyed. I'd like to introduce Captain Banjo Higgins, who's the captain of this mighty warship, and his leadership of the 5,000 sailors that are on here has played a gigantic part in making this a successful deployment.
Thank you, Admiral. Hey, good morning, Norfolk. It is really great to be back home after about 7 months, a little over 7 months of being out at sea. We left in early February for deployment. We left in early January for the last bit of our workup cycle and stayed out to sea the entire time. What a fantastic crew we have on board, all 5,000 men and women out there, the best and brightest America has to offer, and we also represent about 23 nations from around the world. What we were doing is we were out protecting the global commons, making sure that our adversaries and our near-peer competitors didn't dominate the seas. We dominated the seas. We protected the Bab el-Mandeb, we protected the Strait of Hormuz, we flew flights over Afghanistan, protecting our interests on the ground there as the tensions start to decrease between us and the government of Afghanistan and the peoples there. I can't tell you how proud I am of this team. I can't tell you how proud I am of the things that they've accomplished, their strength, their fortitude, and their ability to keep a smile on their face for the amount of time that we've been away. Couldn't ask for a better day to be home, and it's great to feel welcomed here back in Norfolk. Thank you. I can. So the question was how the pandemic affected us in the operations. Dwight D. Eisenhower Strike Group was the last fully clean strike group the Navy had. We left in January before the pandemic hit, and we were actually in 6th Fleet in the Mediterranean when it started to get into Italy and Spain. We stopped all cargo movements to the ship. We stopped all people coming on board the ship, made it through the Suez Canal and made it into 5th Fleet. And there we stayed, and we accepted very, very few people throughout the course of this deployment. We were very deliberate in how we approached that because of the sensitivities of it and what COVID was. And we made sure that we only took about 20 personnel throughout the strike group on board the entire time we were gone, including Admiral McLean. All of those people went through extensive restrictions of movement and isolations before they were allowed on the ship and healthy, which is why I think you may have noticed that our crew was not masked up when we came in. They are fully masked up now because we know where we are, we know what our responsibilities are, and we know what we have to do. It's very strange, and I don't think it's quite sunk in yet. It'll sink in when everybody finally gets out of the pier and out in town and they realize that folks are wearing masks, they're social distancing, they're practicing very safe, very hygienic movements so they can stay clean. It is something that when Admiral McLean came on board and a handful of others, they had actually experienced that, and they were able to bring that experience to the crew to explain that our ability to remain clean without a COVID threat was very limited in time, and we should enjoy the time that we did have when we came back. Going through the Suez Canal, we did mask up because there wasn't We couldn't absolutely control who came on board the ship with the Suez Canal pilots. So the crew had been wearing masks for a period of 2 weeks prior to coming in the port today. I can't give you the exact date, but I can tell you it will be soon. And what soon is soon means what soon means, right? It's sooner rather than later. As far as what we're going to do, we've trained ourselves, we've educated ourselves on what COVID is. We've trained ourselves and educated ourselves on what we are able to do, what the laws have changed around the country, and how the Navy has approached COVID from a very deliberate, thoughtful process of where we can go, where we can't go, where we should go, where we shouldn't go, and how we bring that back. Masks everywhere, constant sanitization, and coming back to the ship, being ready to go, making sure we're all healthy. Medical screening processes before we get on board, every day before we're able to work. So it's going to be it's a long process, it's a different process, it's not convenient, it's not supposed to be convenient. It's supposed to be deliberate so we all stay healthy and we're able to do our job, protecting the nation and answering the country's call when needed. Absolutely. We will go wherever the nation needs to send us. If they want to send us to the Levant, then that's where we'll go and help out those that are struggling in Beirut. If it's anywhere else, we'll go there as well. Amid COVID, we'll handle that as we need to. We've got the processes on board. We've got the checks on board. We know what we need to do. We know where we need to be, and we will answer the call as required. I just can't tell you how proud I am of the men and women on board Dwight D. Eisenhower, all 5,000 of them. You will not find a better group of young men and women, more capable to do just about anything you ask of them. They've done it with a smile, they've done it with strength, and they are the most resilient crew I think I have ever seen in 29 years of doing this. So thank you. Yep. My name is Kyle, K-Y-L-E, Higgins, H-I-G-G-I-N-S. Call sign is Banjo. B-A-N-J-O is in the musical instrument.
Brendan McLean, B-R-E-N-D-A-N-M-C-L-A-N-E, and I'm the commander of the Carrier Strike Group.
Thank you all. Thank you. Thanks. Welcome back, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. Welcome back, Ryan.